welcome to another GCSE Computer Science video with me, Mr Goff, from mrgoff.com. Today's video will be about the classification of programming languages. Binary, also known as machine code, is the only thing that a computer can execute. In binary, all of the instructions and data are stored in the form of ones and zeros. Although we describe binary as a low-level programming language, people don't actually program in binary. It would simply be too difficult to remember all the binary codes for all of the things we might want to do. Assembly language is the other type of low-level language. Assembly languages allow for close control over components in a computer system. Each command in an assembly language is stored as a mnemonic, such as STO for store or LDA for load. These are much easier to remember than a binary command. When an assembly language is translated into binary so it can be executed, one assembly language instruction becomes one machine code instruction. The image at the bottom here is the little man computer. It allows you to write assembly code, assemble it, and then see visually how it would be executed within the CPU. It's well worth a look if you've never seen it before. It will help you to understand low-level languages, and it will help you to understand how the CPU works. If you've done some programming already, it's likely you've used a high-level language. High-level languages more closely resemble maths and English, making them easier to understand. One line of high-level code may translate to several machine code instructions. If we think about something as simple as a line that said num equals num plus 1, it would have to first load num, it would have to add 1 to it, and it would have to store the result back. 3 separate instructions. High-level languages are machine independent, meaning that you can run the code on multiple different machines. Assembly languages and binary code must be written for the specific processor that you're going to run it on. High-level languages include languages like Python, C++, JavaScript, Visual Basic. Really, there are just far too many to mention. Translators are programs that convert assembly code and high-level languages into machine code so that they can be executed. Computers can only execute machine code, so they are essential for the running of programs. Given that low-level languages are slower to program in, you may not see their immediate use, but they provide close control over hardware, and this makes them suitable for embedded systems where we have a computer system that is embedded into a device that only has to do a few things. Low-level code also executes faster than high-level code and takes up less memory, also making it very useful for these devices that don't want to have a lot of storage in them. High-level languages, on the other hand, are easier to learn, use and debug because of their similarities to maths and English. Specialist high-level languages have been developed that are very efficient at specific tasks, and so they're much easier to use than trying to program these in an assembly language. That brings us to the end of this video on the classification of programming languages. Join me again in the next video where we'll be looking at translators. Don't forget about the free resources available at mrgoff.com to help you study computer science. Until next time, it's bye for now.